Here we have another instance of a teacher. Actually, this is a professor on a college campus overstepping their bounds and not adhering to the rules of the educational institution that employs them, regardless of the topic, because we're not getting into that. That's not what this channel is for. But as teachers, when you sign your name on the dotted line, you have to adhere to the rules of that educational institution. Let's check this out.
Because I'm not entirely sure this is legal to be teaching, because according to our president, there's only two genders, and he said that he would be freezing agencies funding programs that promote gender ideology.
You are under possession, the organized.
But your gender is not illegal. According to President Trump's executive order, if you want me to read the paragraph in the order itself.
If you are uncomfortable in this class, then you have the right to leave.
Yes.
What we are doing is not illegal, and if you would like to know what it is, you need to talk to the department or the head of undergraduate.
Well, I've already been in contact with the president of A&M, and I actually have a meeting with him in person to show all of my documentation tomorrow. But
we are also aware, and this is part of why it was observer in the class.
yes.
I'm not convinced that your proposal will be effective in stopping me from teaching things that are not lawfully true, because I do have the legal and ethical authority, legal and professional expertise in this classroom.
Okay. Yeah. No, I am. I just.
So that student was shown the door. And ultimately what happened to that professor is that she was fired. So that, I think that, I've never taught on a college campus, but I think sometimes it's especially when the students are paying the bills. I think it's times like this where professor needs to just keep in mind that, hey, you're offering a service here, and these are not only your students, but they're your paying customers. And so I think that's also important to keep in mind as well. I thought that the student was, I thought they were being pretty respectful, and this is a college campus, and so it's a really good place to have that debate respectfully, of course, and raise her hand and submitted this concern. And it sounds like that there had already been a number of concerns about what this professor was teaching in their class, and that's why they had an observer in the class. And so I don't know. There obviously was a lot that happened before this video took place, and the person who asked the question, obviously there had been quite a bit of documentation, and there had been concerns, and it sounds like this video, the student got what they wanted. Like, this video was the last straw, especially if in fact it was determined that the teacher was going against the policy of the school. Now you're just, again, as we often say, you want to be under the radar. You don't want to be flashing red on the radar. So again, it sounds like the professor was going against school policy, and so as a result, they have now lost their job. So that is that's pretty much it there. But I'm certain that this professor will be able to find another job, and possibly may want to be more mindful of where they teach, because different colleges have different policies regarding gender ideology. So okay, well, that's that. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next update.